Okay, it just created some stems for us, and now we just click play session and have a look what it does for us. Just creates some hills, craters, and builds up the terrain. Yes, I have Steam. Yes. And now it created a terrain for us. Looks kind of simple because the parameters aren't that advanced, but the next thing we can do is go back into Gaia, create spawners, and go into the group spawner, click spawn. On Steam my name is Apollyon without the 6K, if you want to add me. And the good thing about Gaia is that it can create stuff for you. If you don't know what the terrain will look like, just can run over it and create everything for you, everything you need. Just created textures. Yeah, it depends what the script will do. Does it control animations? Does it just make the model hover around the terrain? What kind of buttons do you want to use for changing the height where the dragon is flying and all that stuff? I mean, if we want to, we can just let's add the player, and let's take the player and move this to 20. And now if we walk around the terrain, you're just flying over the terrain at a specific height. It's a bit of cheating, but it would work. Now you're flying over the trees on a generated terrain that took 5 minutes to build. And for prototyping that's quite nice. And we can even do a bit more with it. Let me look at Gaia and effects and set a few effects. And let's take it to the night. Yes, I have Skype as well. Now we are running around in the night. Have some fog in the distance, and now we can change that to morning, and have a nice looking terrain we can walk around. I don't know yet, because I am not finished with adding stuff to the terrain on in my level, and the problem is my computer is quite good, and when I'm running into performance problems, then I think almost everyone will. And my computer stats are below the stream if you want to have a look at them. And for if I want to publish the game, I will run through it with a lower spec machine and test out if it will work, and then change the level of detail, LODs, and different other factors. Work on ambient occlusion and stuff like that to get more performance out of the game. But I'm not a professional. I just started and I'm mostly hobbyist. If you want professional tips and proven tips, then sorry, I can't help you with that. But there might be some people in chat that could help you and get you a better idea on how to optimize for lower end machines. I mean, at the moment there's nothing in here, but it's around 60 FPS if you have a look at the upper right corner, the stats. But it's because it's set to around 60 by Unity, and it stays at around 60 when everything is generated. So it dipped a bit lower. It's in some parts, but I had a lot of trees there and a lot of rocks and houses around and stuff like that, and I removed all of that and have to find better ways to work with it. I hope that answers the question. Basically it's I don't know, maybe I might run into issues, but I'm not at that stage yet. But I've seen some really nice looking stuff that you can do with the assets I have and the plugins I have, and you have to optimize everything you have at the end. And with proper ambient occlusion, with proper unloading and queuing of projectiles or spells, particle effects and stuff like that, you can get a lot of performance into your game later on. But I'm at the stage where I'm just throwing everything I have in there and then try to make it look good, and then later when it looks good and I add gameplay to it, which there's none at the moment, I will go to the next stage and making the gameplay interesting and then making it work on lower end systems. Oh, thank you. But no guarantee. Thanks for the host game, Def Gamer. Thank you. And if you have questions for an experienced developer, maybe you can ask Def Gamer at some point when he's work. Oh, okay. Yep. Because he has a lot more experience than I do. A lot more. Actress, there are a lot of tutorials you can find on the internet, and start with simple stuff and work up your skills with simple stuff, and then at some point you can make the dream game you always wanted to do, but you have to work your way up there. I mean, a simple dragon flying game could be simple, but I don't know. Could be quite difficult. I don't know what you have in mind. What kind of interaction you have in mind for the dragon. Game Guru. Let's have a look. Game Guru. Okay. Interesting. Features, what can it do? Terrain editor, vegetation system. Yeah, but I don't know what does it? Yeah. Thomas was alone. It's just a box. It's an awesome game. Well, it's not even a box, it's just a square. And I mean, I started simple with student projects. We made games like this. Simple jump and run platformer game. But we were a team of 5 people working at a game design school, so it's bit more skill that you might have the moment. And okay, then we switched to something like this, but this was created by artists that were in their last semester and had quite a lot of experience. But I made level design for this one. Sadly you can't see, I can see a bit of it here. And then you can have games like this. Totally different. Or have a helicopter fly around in a simple room and pick up blocks and place them down to build castles with. Oh yes, I can vouch for Dev Gamer.